Hello my happy readers, it's Shedtime Stories with Issy. We are reading The Magical Advent Calendar, written by Fiona Simpson-Stober. Now, it's the 8th of December, which means it's day 8. Are you ready to turn the page? The Magical Advent Calendar, day 8. Today was the 8th day for the Advent calendar. Ayria woke up, bounced out of bed and walked straight towards her calendar. Today she really felt confident. She found the number 8, which just happened to be right in the middle of the Christmas tree, which was in the picture on the Advent calendar. It looked so beautiful. It was so pretty. It had beautiful lights twinkling on it. It had silver bits all over it, and she could feel that magic feeling as she looked at the snow falling from the sky in the picture. She really felt like she was there already. Ayria suddenly remembered that today her teacher had said on the 8th of December the school Christmas tree lights will be turned on. She started to get so excited. Ayria really loved it when the Christmas tree lights went on. It was such a magical feeling. Somehow it felt like the start of Christmas. She opened door number 8 very carefully. Ayria tucked her finger behind the door, and as if by magic, she fell backwards. A force stronger than anything she had ever felt before had thrown her to her bed. She stood up again and stared at her mirror. The calendar was nowhere to be seen, but her mirror started to glitter and to sparkle. She was mesmerized by the beauty of what she was seeing. She could hear little voices, but she couldn't see anyone. The colours were spectacular, like nothing she had seen before. The green was warm and soothing. She immediately felt calm. Then she looked again and could see tiny little flowers on the floor of the forest that was slowly emerging out of her mirror. A path started to flow towards her, out of her mirror and towards her feet. And then she heard that beautiful again. Ayria, come on, I will show you the magic of Christmas. Slowly she walked towards her mirror. She didn't even stop to think. She just followed the path. Suddenly, there was a wind behind her and she fell into a spiral. As Ayria was spiraling down into the world of Nashim this morning, she could see sparkly light colours, as if the stars were falling on top of her, and she was laughing at herself, thinking it's a bit like being in a helter-skelter slide of a Christmas tree. From the inside, there were sparkles everywhere, and then, with one big bang, she landed on the bouncy mushroom. She looked at herself. Her clothes had changed. She was in the most adorable green dress with silver buttons. Her hair had matching ribbons, and her shoes were so shiny she could see her own reflection in them. They were her crystal snowflake shoes. She stood up, wiped herself down, and admired her beautiful green velvet dress with lovely silver buttons. It was as smart as it always was, and her lovely sparkly snowflake shoes were the nicest shoes she had ever seen. She looked around her. There was glitter and sparkles everywhere. All of the trees around her were decorated for Christmas. She looked at the top of them, and there was one Christmas fairy more beautiful than the next. If there wasn't a fairy sitting at the top of the Christmas tree, there was a snowflake, sometimes even a star. And then, right in the middle of all of the trees, the tallest tree of all shone so brightly. It was so bright it shone right out of the forest. Sitting on top of it was the snow angel. Ayria really didn't know how she was going to get to the snow angel. She just waved and waved at her, and the snow angel lifted her hand and waved back. As she did so, Ayria saw her glitter spread from where she was all the way towards her. It was like a line of bees flying together. The glitter turned into a path, and Ayria started to walk along it. As she walked towards the snow angel, she felt like she was walking on air. Before she knew it, she was on top of the tallest Christmas tree in the whole of Nashim. Oh, snow angel, thank you so much. This is beautiful. I was just thinking as I was going to open my calendar how excited I am because today we are putting the lights on our school Christmas tree. I know, Ayria. That is why I'm showing you our trees here today. Look around, Ayria. Can you see how beautifully they are decorated? All in touch with nature. Most of the trees are still planted in the ground. It is their natural beauty that is shining out of them, and we are all enjoying them in their natural environment. If we do chop a tree down to have inside, which is perfectly okay, then we plant 2 more. That way we give more back to nature than what we have taken from it, maintaining the balance. Does that mean that we're not allowed to have Christmas trees, Snow Angel? Oh no, my dear, of course not. Of course you're allowed to have a Christmas tree. We just have to be respectful and mindful of what we're doing. Christmas trees have been used for hundreds of years. In fact, the very first symbol of a Christmas tree was used by the pagans. It wasn't actually a Christmas tree. They used to bring the evergreen branches into their houses as a symbol that life continues even through winter. It gave them hope to know that in spring everything would come back to life, and actually Christmas trees have been a symbol of life for many years. It's a really good thing to have, but we have to be mindful of how we decorate them and how we light them. We also have to think about where we get them from, and most of all, we have to make sure we plant enough back so that there will always be enough for everybody to have, and that we don't take too many and imbalance nature. You see, Ayria, it's not about not having things Mother Nature wants us to have everything we want to have. It's about doing it in the correct balance. It's all about giving and taking in life. We can't just take from Mother Nature. We can't just take from this earth. We have to give back to it. And if we do that, then we can all enjoy everything we have and our Christmas trees. Oh, Snow Angel, thank you for showing me this wonderful, beautiful part of Nashin today. I will never forget how beautiful Christmas trees look in this part of the world. And I will always remember to be mindful when I'm putting up my Christmas tree. I think I'm starting to understand that we have to be grateful for such a lot. We have to stop and think about things, and we have to understand the magic of nature, because if we can understand the magic of nature, Snow Angel, I think we're going to understand a lot about life. My dear child, you must run now. You've got a Christmas tree to put up at school. You've got lights to switch on. Although I do think it would be a good idea if you suggested solar lights at school this year. Perhaps you can make a little difference just by making sure you save the energy. And with those words, the Snow Angel threw another handful of glitter in front of Ayria and made a path for her to walk back down to the bouncy mushroom. As she was walking, Ayria slipped with her beautiful snowflake shoes. It felt like she was going down a slide. She was screaming. It was like being on a roller coaster. It was so much fun. There was glitter and sparkles all around her. She was sliding round and round the Christmas trees. And before she landed back on her bouncy mushroom, yes, you're right, her eyes opened and there she was, still in her bed, ready to get up. Ayria jumped out of bed and got dressed and had a wash and got herself ready to go to school. She said goodbye to her mummy and daddy and went to meet her friends who were waiting in front of her gate. As the girls walked to school, Ayria said to her friend, "Do you know what day it is today?" Her friends looked at her. "Of course we do. We are switching the lights of the school Christmas tree." They were all so excited. Ayria wondered if they would do it before assembly or after assembly. The girls hurried on their way, and when they got to school, they went straight into the assembly hall and sat down. Mr. Smith, the school headmaster, was standing in front of the Christmas tree. It looked absolutely beautiful. It was donated every year to the school by the PTA, which was the Parent Teacher Association, and they also decorated it. They often left a job for the students to do. That was to put a top onto the Christmas tree and to turn on the lights. Mr. Smith stood in front of the whole school with his bucket full of names. He asked the head of the PTA to pull out a name, and that student was allowed to turn the lights on. Another student was to be chosen to put the decoration onto the top of the Christmas tree. The room was silent. The suspense was killing them. Who was to be the lucky student to be chosen to put the decoration on the top of the Christmas tree? Mr. Smith handed the bucket to the head of the PTA. She delved deep into the bucket. Who was it going to be? Ayria secretly wished that it would be her, but then, on the other hand, she did not want to go in front of the whole school and put something on top of the Christmas tree, so actually she was wishing it wouldn't be her. The head of the PTA pulled out a name and gave it to Mr. Smith. "It's Lucy Green." "Oh, thank God, Ayria thought to herself, it's not me. Lucy Green, where are you? Please come on to the stage and you're going to get the decoration that we're going to put on the top of the Christmas tree this year. Lucy Green walked onto the stage and she was handed the box with the Christmas decoration in it. She opened the box and pulled it out for the whole school to see. Guess what it was? It wasn't a star. It wasn't a snowflake. It was a snow angel. This year, a snow angel was going to decorate the Christmas tree at school. Ayria smiled, and her inner warmth just spread right through her. She knew that there was more to this world than meets the eye. Oh, what a glittery and magical day 8 was! I liked that idea that if we chop a tree down to bring inside the house to replant more trees, then we are giving back to Mother Nature. I wonder, what sort of Christmas tree are you having this year, and what sort of lights are you going to put on it? I wonder also, what adventure awaits Ayria on day 9? I hope you've enjoyed this Shed Time story, and if you want to, you can like, share, follow and subscribe to Shed Time Stories. Then you will be ready for the next story for us to share together. Bye-bye.